If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
And joining us is head football coach and athletic director Matt Griffith at Sylacauga High School. Coach, 4-0, good start to the season.
Great start. We'll take them as we can get them. I always say that, but we knew that when Friday night was going to be a tough one. We knew it was going to come down to the wire, and our kids did a great job, and we've won 2 really close games on the road. We hope that that's showing our kids you hang in there, you do things right, and you find a way to win.
It was a 4-quarter game last weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. We're a little disappointed we thought from 20-20 we were driving the ball and doing exactly what we wanted to do. And then inside the 20, we just started having some hiccups. We would shoot ourselves in the foot either with an offsides or procedure penalty, or we'd make a wrong read, or somebody'd go the wrong way. And, we made a lot of mistakes in the red zone to keep us from putting them away. We had the ball on the 2-yard line with 2 seconds left right to go to half to go up 21-14. And all of a sudden they run the clock off. So, you're going to fight those things.
Surprise.
Yeah, when you're on the road, you just got to roll with that, realize it's going to happen, and go with it and find a way to recover.
How do you overcome adversity and get to the next play with the Sylacauga football team?
Well, yeah, the biggest thing, and you have to train kids, and you also have to train a coaching staff the same way, in that you can't get so hung up on a bad call by an official or what you think is a bad call, and it may not be, or get so upset with a kid because he turned and went the wrong way or pulled the wrong way, that everybody sees you so upset that you can't get the next play. Then you've ruined the series, then you've got to punt because you can't maintain control of your emotions. Kids feed off that. The biggest thing with a call that doesn't go your way is kids need to see you almost be stoic and say, hey, let's play the next play. Let's go. We got to overcome it. And I probably did not handle those things as a younger coach as I do now as an older coach. We just got to get to the next play and find a way to get the ball in the end zone, or you got to go the next play and get a stop. And just kids have to see Coach Griff is never to the point that he's so upset he thinks we're going to lose. You've always got to have that demeanor that without a doubt he believes we can win.
21-14 win over Moody last Friday night, and a scary moment in that game as well, one of the Aggie players.
It was, and it was a severe concussion. I mean, he was knocked out cold for about 1.5 to 2 minutes, and I know it scared a lot of folks. And, there is a reason. I've been dying to come on the air to say this because people give me a hard time. In our culture, we have gotten to the point in football in the South that every time a kid gets hurt, everybody takes their headgear off and everybody takes a knee. Well, you're taking your headgear off and taking a knee, and a kid's got a cramp, or his finger got bent back, or he got the wind knocked out of him, and then everybody gets dead silent thinking this kid's really hurt. We don't do that at Sylacauga. I've always told our kids, you stay on your feet, okay? We've got trainers and doctors. When you see our kids take a knee and take a headgear off, you should be worried. A kid is really hurt. And I think that probably made people really worried because he was knocked out cold. He is doing fine. Everything with the ambulance and the board and the strap was all precautionary. He was furious with me and Dr. Davis by not letting him walk off that field. He had woke up. He was ready to get up, but Dr. Davis immediately, thank goodness he was on the sidelines as a medical doctor, said, we're going to do this just to make sure his neck's fine. But he was moving everything. He was fine. He had just been knocked out. And I tell you, I've been coaching for 27 years. I've only seen that 3 times. It's not common for a kid to be knocked out cold. You can get a concussion and a kid's a little loopy. His stomach starts to hurt. He wants to throw up. Those are signs of concussion. You really don't see that a lot. So when it does happen, it does scare you.
And you can't say enough about the medical staff that you put on the sidelines every week.
They did a great job. And look, DeMarco went to the hospital. They did a CAT scan. They did everything they're supposed to do. He went home that day. He came to work out Saturday morning. Of course, he can't lift, but he wanted to see his teammates. He's not missed a practice. He's been watching practice. He's perfectly fine. Now, there's kind of protocols we follow. When a kid has a concussion, the protocol is very, very simple that if he doesn't have any signs Saturday and Sunday, By Monday, you can put a headgear on him and you run him and work him out to see if he ever gets a headache. If that doesn't happen, you can put him in pads, but you have no contact that week to make sure he has no signs. With a kid that gets knocked out cold, it's a 2-week procedure that we'll go through to see. He will not play this Friday night. We will start those protocols next Monday, and if he has any signs of when you start that protocol, you start it over the next week again. So we're very, very careful, especially in this day and time. We have so much knowledge more of concussions. And I'm glad there's protocols, and I'm glad coaches are informed. And our association, the Alabama High School Athletic Association, does a very good job of teaching a culture, of teaching coaches how to spot these things, and plus having that a doctor has to clear him before he ever plays again. I think that's very important.
Sylacauga 4-0, ranked number 6 in the state, getting set for Mortimer Jordan, a homecoming game. We'll talk with Coach Griff about that game right after this.
Hot under the collar because your basement is full of water? Call a local company you can trust. Ox Foundation Solutions. We use the most advanced water management system to stop water from invading your basement for good. Things feeling a little uneven at home? Ox Foundation Solutions will fix your uneven concrete sidewalk, driveway, or basement in no time. Ox Foundation Solutions has the best plan to keep your home safe. If you are experiencing any issues with your sidewalks, basement, crawl space, or foundation, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
Not getting a good night's sleep? Come into King's Mattress Outlet in Sylacauga and let us help you get that good night's sleep you deserve. We carry the best quality mattresses at the best prices from Restonic, King Cole, and Park Place. Eurotop Queen mattresses start at $199. Check out our Restonic Cabot Eurotop mattress with 1,000 individually pocketed coils, marvelous middle for back support, and comfort gel memory foam. King's Mattress Outlet in Sylacauga. Best quality at the best prices.
It is homecoming for Sylacauga, ranked number 6 in Class 5A, 4-0 in the season. The Mortimer Jordan Blue Devils come to town for homecoming, and they've got a fantastic football team.
They do, and they've had a very good football team for a while. If you look at the history of the school, Mortimer Jordan's always had a good football team. Now, in the last 4 to 5 years, they have really been on a tear. I think it was either 3 years ago or 4 that they played for the state championship against Winona. They're a championship quality team. They've got an excellent coaching staff. I'm very close with the offensive coordinator, a guy named Danny Ward. Dusty Good came in after me. When I left Thompson, Dusty came in to do the defense. He's the head football coach. I've known Dusty a long time. We played against each other when he was at Livingston. So, there's a lot of ties there. You'll see a very, very similar offense that they run. Coach Ward came in about 3 years ago and spent 2 days with me. And we compare notes a lot. We had no clue we'd ever be in the same region, so I'm not really happy that I spent so much time with him. So, but he runs a very similar offense than what we run. Because of that, we sit together at clinics when we go to Atlanta. So there's a closeness there between the two programs that a lot of people don't know. Josh Golden, our old basketball coach, is the head basketball coach at Mortimer Jordan. I've talked to him twice this week. So there's a lot of Sylacauga Mortimer Jordan ties. It is a big ball game. Both staffs feel that we are both jockeying for the region championship in this ball game, and that you're jockeying for a home field advantage in the playoffs. That this game, and there's a couple of more down the road, will settle that. And so, with us being homecoming, it makes it even more important. So. We've preached our kids all week. They know it's a big ball game, but you don't want to preach it so much that you don't play your game. And so, I think we've done a good job of that. Kids have had a phenomenal week. Today's the tale of the tape. We had a good day. Last week we played well Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and had a terrible day Thursday. And then, we have been outstanding Tuesday, and yesterday was as smooth as I've ever seen us. Today's the tale of the tape. Can this group focus up on a Thursday? And we practice on Thursday. It's not just a walkthrough like a lot of teams. We expect our kids, we literally write a script and play a game in shorts and a helmet with running teams on and off and all our special teams. And so today's a tale of the tape. And then Friday night you kick it off and you see if 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids responded all week.
Both teams 2-0 in the region.
Both teams 2-0. I mean, it's a huge region game. There's no doubt. And all your region games are that important. I mean, I always tell everybody this, we're not good enough at Sylacauga to take anybody lightly. We have to bring our A game. We prepare our kids, and we call it get ready for a dogfight. So when the dogfight happens, you know how to win in the fourth quarter. If the dogfight doesn't happen, then you get on cruise control and kids get to play. But you always got to get mentally prepared for that tough ball game. It's very difficult to take a 17-year-old kid and then him flip the switch on Friday. He can't do it. He's got to flip the switch during the week so that he gets prepared for that mentally. You saw that Friday night. We held a kid out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, trying to let a leg heal. He is a phenomenal athlete, and he is the leader of our football team. By the third quarter, because he had not practiced for 4 days, he's struggling. He couldn't mentally flip that switch. We had to bring him to the sidelines. We had to talk to him and understand this is what you're doing, and you're not. And then by that last drive, that he finally got it switched, and then he was the guy that we knew he could be, and he won the game for us right there at the end. And a lot of people don't understand that you're not with these kids during the week. You're not with them during school hours. You don't know their personality. So when a coach makes a decision on a Friday night, I promise you, we're making it knowing these kids backwards and forwards. It's very easy to sit up in the stands or as an announcer and say, I don't understand what he's doing. Well, you don't understand what he's doing because you didn't do your homework during the week and understand why. And so those are decisions that have to be made on the fly. And, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I always say if Saban had lost the national championship playing that young kid, they'd have been so mad they couldn't see straight. But you know what? He knew what he needed to do, and it worked out for us.
We're finicky fans, to say the least.
That happens. But look, you've got to be, as a coach, I've learned as you got older, everybody has that right when they pay their $6 or $7. And they should. And you know what? You got to get up on Saturday mornings and realize that everybody's got an opinion. It doesn't make it right. And you got to be thick-skinned as a coach and go on and be sure of yourself and knowing, I made the right decision and it didn't work out.
Not only is it a huge game with both teams being 2-0 in the region, Sylacauga ranked number 6 in Class 5A, 4-0 undefeated on the season, but as athletic director, more pressure to get butts in the seats Friday night too.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Listen, people still have this misconception, and it's not just our community, it's a lot of communities, that football gets money from some source other. We don't. The superintendent does not give us money. The Board of Education does not give us money. We are like everybody else. Every single bit of our budget comes from gate receipts or fundraisers that we do. And when you don't come to this, and I know it's hard. I know you got a family. But when you don't come and put seats in the stands, our budget's off because everything goes to that budget. Everything is based on gate receipts. And a lot of people don't realize that. And so we do. The bigger the crowd, the more things we can do for kids. And the way I look at it, it's not only doing for the kids as much as underprivileged kids, as well as this. People don't realize that football can generate so much money because of that you've got a program that may be suffering and can't raise it. And there's years that football just kind of steps in and helps that program fund itself so that we can have and provide those things for kids who don't play football. So it's very, very important that football do well during the fall.
Finally, a couple of keys to success for the Aggies Friday night.
The key is this. We have got to become smoother offensively and run our game. The things that we hang our hat on, we've got to get better at. When we get inside the 30, get inside the 25. The lack of focus penalties have to stop. The flinching of a ball, the jumping off sides, the going the wrong way in a critical. We've got to get that and become a more disciplined offense. Defensively, you've got to stop their option game. We've got to stop their quarterback. We've got to stop their B-back. If we do those things and play well, and we've got to find a way to win the kicking game. And I don't turn the ball over, be solid, and I think those are the things that will be the keys to the game.
Well, it's been a while since Sylacauga started the season at 5-0. Hopefully that will be the case this Friday night as Sylacauga entertains Mortimer Jordan in homecoming for the Aggies. And Coach, good luck, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
More Daybreak right after this.